difference maker. If UNCC is going to be successful in taking Northwood down, I think he's going to have a lot to do with it.
We'll see how it goes as Northwood wanting to get things kicked off and started on the right foot. They'll start in the UNCC side as Buddy, coming off a few of his games in the RLCSX Regional Day 0. He's rocking that nefarious tag. Pirates trying to work his way through the corner. Can't get by Daffy. Alpha Giddy now working his way out of his corner. Gets a bad second touch. Buddy will just lob it towards the net. And Don chooses to switch field. He'll find Daffy as he couldn't get on transition. Quickly, though, back the other way. Here comes Northwood, and Buddy puts away the first goal.
And just like that, 43 seconds into the match, Northwood strike. Beautiful pass from Pirates over to Buddy. Unselfish gameplay, and you're going to see that all night long from Northwood. The passing plays open up that net, and UNCC just had no answer for that double tap.
It's not just the pass from Pirates. The wherewithal to know that he could turn around and get that touch is impressive. That's a tight angle, a tight spot for him to be in, because if that pass goes wrong, if he gets dunked by the opposition, it spells disaster for Northwood's defense, because UNCC are ready to go on transition. And they can be lethal. Let's see if UNCC can find the equalizer here on their first foray into the final third. Alpha Giddy wants to play it across. Don was there. He actually runs into Pirates. Pirates misses the ball because of it. And nobody the better as everyone lost control. Alpha Giddy. Oh my, look at the read from Noxus. He was already up before Alpha Giddy even hit it. It's now UNCC has to play a bit of defense. A good out here by Don back to the Northwood side.
I don't know how Pirates was the one that got demoed there. He looked like he was going to earhole Daffy there as Don gets the pass off the side wall, and the upper 90 was open, but a tough shot to try and squeeze that one through. And, you know, I think if UNC Charlotte is going to find any success here up against Northwood, I think they're going to have to play a little unconventional, because Northwood has seen so much conventional play. You bring up Pirates, you bring up Buddy and their RLCS experience. They've seen it all. So bring some stuff into this game that they haven't seen before. Just bring chaos.
It's going to be tough to create that type of chaos when you got Noxus barreling down at your net. Was able to put on target, but blocked away by UNCC. Here's Pirates now attacking once again, met by Don, and a good challenge to slow that first attempt. Noxus will just bounce off the ball. UNCC spending a lot of time on their own half, but not giving up too many opportunities to Northwood. A couple good passing plays to the midfield for Northwood. This one might have skipped by Don. A shot from Buddy. What's the second touch? He will get it. Pirates whipping around, but he couldn't put it on target. Pirates, can he do it again? He does once more. Demos across the board, and Pirates puts it away for Northwood.
Well, the important demo came from Buddy on the backside. You could hear it just happen, but you didn't see it. And that was that third man that should have been covering up back post. Open things wide up from Northwood, and slow and methodical here in game one, but they're slowly increasing this lead.
They certainly are. They've taken advantage of the defense from UNCC a few times. And North Carolina Charlotte, again, I was complimenting the defense because they have held strong in most of the attacks, but they need to find some offense. Here's one off the back wall. Comes
there
clean. Demo comes out. Don puts it away, and UNCC on the board.
Great heads-up play here from Alpha Giddy. Gets the pass and just turns ball cam off, takes Buddy out of the equation, and all Don has to do is aim, shoot, and fire. And just like that, Charlotte find themselves back within one.
Great work from UNCC. You talked about creating that chaos. Well, a demo is exactly what the doctor ordered for UNCC, opening up that opportunity. Maybe another one here as North Carolina Charlotte trying to find some space. It comes out to Buddy. Wants a second touch. Almost got it. The defense just holding on. Pirate's shot was low. The dunk on Noxus will help out. UNCC slowing things down. Big pinch from Daffy, and that will definitely get you out.
That was a great pinch and a great defensive stance from UNC Charlotte. And they got to continue this defensive stance because Northwood just keeps knocking at the door. And, disaster strikes. Don falls off the backboard. And I don't think Alpha Giddy knew it was happening.
Oh, no, Don. He ran out of boost, too. He was trying to get back to it. Alpha Giddy tried to make up for it. Noxus really had a free net at that point, realizing that Don had no more boost. 3-1 is the scoreline with just under a minute and a half to play here in game 1. Northwood dominant in the shooting department. 8 shots to the 1 of UNCC. Make it 9 now with Buddy's attempt.
But I think the biggest takeaway from that is, yeah, UNC Charlotte only has 1 shot, but they only have 1 goal to go along with it. They're capitalizing on every shot that they're getting, which few and far between, sure, but you're not going to get a lot against Northwood, and you got to make sure to capitalize.
Yeah, it's a great point. You're not going to get a lot of opportunity, and there's been some half chances there for UNCC that they could have capitalized on here. 45 seconds left to play. Don, no boost, just has to lob it out into the middle. Daffy's there quickly. That shot went just wide of the net. Northwood could not get by, and now Pirates will skip down the sideline, make it 4-1.
I don't know if you could see this. Noxus got we're not going to see it, but Noxus actually got a challenge on that, and the ball still poked through, but forced everyone forward, and it was just wide open on that back line, and Northwood running away with game number 1.
Scoreline opening up for Northwood. Again, UNCC, they've played a tough game here, and they've certainly had their chances to narrow this lead from Northwood. Unfortunately, none of them falling. Northwood may want one more as Pirates pre-jumped that one from midfield, opening up an opportunity. Don, can he put it away? He certainly can. And some life here for UNCC.
Hey, baby, 2 for 3. This team is shooting the lights out right now and holding their own with Northwood. I get, hey, still down by 2, 15 seconds to go. But when you're going up against a team the caliber that Northwood presents, you got to just take your wins when you can kind of chalk them up, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Absolutely. With 10 seconds left, unfortunately for UNCC, they would need to score with some time left. Oh my goodness, Buddy, in garbage time in game 1, gets the flip reset off the ball, lets it fall all the way back down, and then flips into it. My goodness. So he scoots it by the defense. It didn't really matter. This game was over, but for Northwood, another one for the highlight reel.
Did he use his wave dash there after getting that flip reset to
it's tough to tell. It looked like he actually probably could have gotten his flip back from the ground either way, but it was a good play from him to keep this momentum going. And for Northwood, a solid and dominant game 1 here.
They just make it look so easy. Everything comes so naturally to this team, where on the inverse side, you look at Charlotte, and they just have to work so hard to not only get a goal, but just to get into that blue half and get their offense going. Northwood, so good at that midfield and so good at breaking out of their own defensive half and immediately transitioning into offense.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good way to put it, is UNCC feels like they have to work twice as hard for everything on the field, where it seems so easy for Northwood. And that's kind of the benefit of being Northwood and the caliber of player that they have on their side. All the other teams have to work that much harder to meet the bare minimum of what you need to compete with Northwood. And there were signs of that for UNCC, certainly. And I would hope that UNCC take what they learned in Game 1 and start to apply it in Game 2. Because, there's some changes that UNCC need to make as far as how they approach Northwood, especially through the midfield. There's a lot of space for Northwood to play with. And there's a lot of chances for UNCC to put one away, as Alpha Giddy will start things off for UNCC. It was a good kickoff for them as they got the first shot, and at least the first attempt. Unfortunately, falls back into the hands of Northwood here. See if they could set something up as they're forced back to their own corner.
And to take us kind of back to that conversation we were having between games of, how hard it is for UNCC, that is a tongue twister for me, and I don't know why. But UNCC to get a goal, and not only just get a goal, get their offense started. Rocket League is not only just a pure mechanical game, but I would be willing to argue it's half mentality. And when you are working that hard and continually getting shut down, it just wears you down, and you start to go into full tilt mode, and it just makes you just triple commit, double commit, just all over the place, because it's like, what more do we have to do to just get a shot on this team?
Yeah, there is frustration, especially when you play a team like Northwood, where it feels like you can never break them. And that was certainly something felt by UNCC in that last game, where they had Northwood on the ropes, but just couldn't find the mark. Defense was holding strong enough for Northwood to keep the scoreline relatively clean.
Oh, yeah, and you're right. Tons of space given to Northwood. I get that they command a lot of respect, but you cannot give them that much room to get to work because we've seen what they can do with those air carries. And what a
Oh
pass!
My gosh.
Almost worked out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right because it opens up space for the individual play, but it also opens up for those layoff passes that Northwood have been showing off multiple times. Players jumping up after the ball, and instead of hitting it towards the defense, they hit it down and away to a teammate. And you see that a lot from Northwood. It's a great skill that they have in knowing where each other are, and they're just this rotation from them is so clean. I mean, UNCC, it's been very tough for them to keep track of the ball. Every single time it's up in the air above the box, Northwood is there to receive it.
Oh, that's dangerous, though, as Pirates got to get up quick. Good defense there as Alphagiddy was just making him stay honest there, firing a shot on target. Thought maybe he could catch him just far enough towards midfield, but Pirates so quick in the air and so quick to get up towards that ball as Alphagiddy, last man back, had to make a last-ditch effort, and Daffy beats out Noxus. And here's an opportunity for UNC Charlotte.
See what they make of it. Still a tie game as we approach halftime. Daffy might have crept up a little bit too far. Here's Noxus on the touch. Just barely gets a little touch on it. And 1-0 for Northwood.
Outlet, outlet, outlet. If you play with it, you get shocked. And Noxus goes up and catches that pass from Buddy. Good dump off all the way downfield. And I love to see the cherry pick come out.
Northwood finally break through UNCC, but that's not without opportunity for UNCC here. And here's one coming out to Alphagiddy. He can get back up to it. Oh, Daffy gets a touch over. I don't know if it would result in a goal, but it was certainly would have been a better attempt than what Daffy got on it. And Alphagiddy sees that one get away, and now Northwood turns in their second as this one starts to open up.
Yeah, Daffy and Don bunched up in the corner. Little miscommunication, and the back line got demoed. One of those players should have just called each other off and went back towards net, but hey, mistakes do happen. It's how you come back from them as Alphagiddy right off the kickoff.
Oh, no.
Can't finish.
Daffy.
And Daffy's there to bring it back. Way to answer quickly.
Yeah, a welcome kickoff. Good tackle by Don. And Alphagiddy's touch was fantastic to beat the first man. He just couldn't keep control of himself to get back to it. Daffy there to clean it all up, and like we said, a welcome goal here for UNCC to stay in this game, not let that scoreline get too out of hand with less than 2 minutes to play.
Very curious to see how they're going to approach this. A lot of times when teams are down one goal, you see them almost turtle up. They don't want to give up one more goal and make it that much harder to tie the game up, but like we've been talking about, Northwood, not a team that you want to just give a ton of space in midfield to like this, because they're going to pick their shots like that. As Buddy was going back post upper 90, and the accuracy was there, and the accuracy is there for Pirates. The passes just too good from Northwood.
Yeah, great touch here from Noxus. Comes off the side wall, and just a tough ball to deal with for Don because he can't get there initially, so then he has to then switch around and play the shot, which is right in front of his net from Pirates. Very tough to react at that point, and Northwood back up by 2. So, for UNCC, can they put another one away? Alphagiddy, yes, he can. Another response from UNCC as they're back within 1.
And another quick response as well. Not a lot of time taken off of the clock as Don rotates through, takes a defender off the goal line, and Alphagiddy with the picture-perfect placement. UNCC only chasing 1 and still plenty of time left to do it.
Needs some of that magic again on kickoff, and they're not really going to get it. Alphagiddy has to play from his own corner. He goes into a couple tackles. He's sent flying. Now Pirates going to carry it all the way by himself. Couldn't get by Daffy. Northwood looking to lock down UNCC here in the final minute. Buddy has Pirates on the far side. Can Don get there? He does. And shuts down that attempt.
Oh, Daffy let that one get away, but still, Alphagiddy there for the cleanup. And Don went right, went left, but still was able to beat Noxus to this ball. And Daffy and Don still getting all bunched up as he gets the shot close, but turned away by the crossbar.
30 seconds left. UNCC within 1. Great read here from Don. Can he get back to it? Another Semo. Oh, that touch would have been crucial as Buddy is able to get the clear. Pirates looking for more space in the UNCC corner. He will find it. Buddy wanted to slow play it, but it still gets pinched out. Maybe the last attempt here for UNCC. Is that one going to drop off the crossbar, bouncing on the goal line, and Pirates clears it away. Oh, so close for UNCC. Maybe not over. Pirates has to clear it away. Let's see if UNC Charlotte can make some magic happen in 0 seconds. It's going to be up to Alfagidi. Can't keep a hold of it. Now Daffy, he's trying to hold on to it. Everyone just getting a light touch on it. UNCC's got to go for the shot, and Don can't keep a hold of it. Northwood still hold on for the second game.
Man, a lot of fight left in the dogs that is UNC Charlotte. I love seeing them go to the last final buzzer, but still Northwood hang on by a thread, and not as much of a dominant performance here in game number 2. And you know, I wonder if that's them letting off the gas pedal, or if that's UNC Charlotte kind of figuring out what they're doing on offense and how to counter that.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was alluding to when we got into this game, is it feels like UNCC are really good at adapting, getting that read on that first game, and then making the necessary changes. And in this game, they certainly did. They were a lot more consistent on defense. They shut down a lot more of the initial setup touches that Northwood had, whether it was an individual play or cutting off the pass. They shut down those lanes and made it a little bit more tough, or a little bit more difficult for Northwood to set up their offense. And they're forcing Northwood to be a lot more creative. Then you started to see Northwood have these longer clears across the field, finding Pirates downfield. You saw extended attacks where Northwood had to really work for it. And that's good for UNCC. That means the changes that you did, they worked. You adapted to your opponent, and they were that close to at least tying up the game with that ball bouncing on the goal line. A heartbreaker there in game 2. But for UNCC, they know that this is a winnable series. They know that this is at least a winnable game to take one off Northwood.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, and that adaptability is huge. And I love to see the pressure that was put on Northwood in their response as well. They didn't allow UNC. Oh, what a block by Buddy. And UNC Charlotte get away with one. They got caught out very deep in the offensive zone, and had Buddy put that in between the lines, it would have been the first goal for Northwood.
Alfagidi looking to threaten, doesn't get the touch. Daffy trying to slip it through. Dangerous on the goal line as Noxus has to backflip that one away. A good attack from UNC Charlotte. Now it's Northwood's turn. This ball floating out into space. Buddy just wants to play it away from the UNCC defenders. Buddy again getting a second touch. That one just wide of the net. And a good enough clear from UNCC to let them reset.
Whoa.
And Daffy actually gets a piece of it with the big pinch. Now a big clear as Don goes up for it. Has to turn that one away.
Daffy almost hitting the astral pinch and takes the pass, puts a bullet on target. Daffy, the offensive power they need in game 3.
76 miles an hour, and he got all of that one, the sweet spot there, as Northwood could not get back to that one. And a good passing play from UNCC. It's exactly what we wanted from them. Take advantage of the time and space that Northwood gives up to you. And uh-oh, this one off the kickoff. Just picked away by Don. And UNCC looking to double up on their lead. It could come out to Don.
Oh.
Don, it's just wide for him, and UNCC that close. Now Pirates looking for a second touch. Almost got it. Alfagidi, good defense to slow down that transition from Northwood.
Don's starting to heat up here, and that was a player that you wanted to keep an eye on coming into this one, saying he could be the difference maker as Daffy swoops in to get the save on that ball. And you know, I got to say, I'm impressed with Don and Alfagidi, but you got to throw in Daffy as well. And all these names makes them sound like ducks, you know, in the most respectful way possible.
It's been working, as Daffy was the one to put away that last goal. Here's a good shot for Pirates. There's just nobody back from UNCC. A wonderful touch from Pirates as Northwood ties it up.
I mean, they were just getting too confident on offense, and the wide rotation out of the zone. You finally see Daffy swoop in there way too late, but too late, too little, and it's not going to amount to anything, but it amounts to a goal for Northwood. They tie this game up, and they're looking to finish yet another 3-0 series.
Oh, man, Pirates. That one's just going to be wide, but what a challenge from him. And he's still going to get back to this one again, looking for the back wall. Coming up on halftime, Northwood wanting to force this sweep. UNCC showing a lot of life and a lot of fight here, as they have made it tough for Northwood. Pirates can't take it himself. Almost got back down to it. Daffy with the clear at the midfield line. Comes out to Don. He's going to just take a shot on target. Buddy, huge clear. He's going to find Pirates, but he can't hold on to it. UNCC are happy to see him miss that one as they pick it up. Try and move downfield.
A little fast break there. Don had the right idea, trying to get that pass over to Daffy, but didn't have enough boost to get underneath that ball and get that scoop as Noxus was looking for a nasty dunk right on the goal line. And Northwood starting to get to work here. Buddy, big whiff in the corner. And let's see if UNC Charlotte can capitalize, get out of the boxes. This one's awkward, precarious, and Alpha Giddy gets it out, but they're still not out of harm's way.
Daffy does get the touch over Buddy. Don was chasing after, and Pirates, that was a crucial touch from him. Northwood might have been caught on the transition. This clear is barely going to get out in front of the box. Here's Alpha Giddy. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Locked up here at 1. Don looking for Daffy, and Northwood playing very conservatively, I'd say. Back behind. They don't want to get caught out on transition. They've seen it a few times. That's not a good touch. Over to Don. He couldn't get power behind it. Here comes the transition. Northwood knows they have numbers up as Daffy is able to clear it away. Still Northwood threatening as Pirates trying to get back to it. Oh, he might just do it as the dunk was not able to come through. Northwood once again showing the second you mess up, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're just waiting for just the slightest mistake to come through, and thankfully Daffy had the wherewithal to go right corner then left corner with those clears to keep it away from Northwood as Nox's last man back had to keep that away as Daffy wasn't expecting Pirates to whiff on that, but here comes Don, gets the touch, gets the pass. Daffy can't finish, and oh my goodness, such an opportunity thrown by the wayside.
Another shot going wide for UNCC. They've had one in this game. They had a couple in the last. Just when Northwood gave the opportunity. Now here comes Northwood. Pirates off the back wall looking for follow-up. Noxus is there. Saved off the crossbar by Alpha Giddy. Another shot saved by Daffy. Northwood couldn't get it. Here comes Don. Can he put this one away? No, Noxus gonna knock it down, and Pirates gonna keep it alive. Maybe Noxus can get there. It'll drop down. Into overtime we go.
Oh my goodness. UNC Charlotte just making this series closer and closer by the game, closer by the minute. Game 1 was a blowout. Game 2 went down to the wire. And here we are, Game 3 in overtime in Northwood. Looking a little kerfuffled here.
A little shaken up. UNCC have certainly figured it out here. They're unfazed by the name of Northwood as Alpha Giddy tried to break through. Here's Buddy. Just going to pop it up downfield. Don and Daffy combine. Now Alpha Giddy getting involved to get it past the midfield line and downfield. Pirates, he can't get back to it. Good speed from Daffy here late in this series. Feels like he's gotten more and more comfortable as we've gotten into it.
What a pass.
Daffy, oh no, big miss. Noxus also missing. As relatively innocuous touch never came, and UNCC happy to see it out. But Noxus almost able to have the shot there. Now the demo on Alpha Giddy. Northwood, is this the time to end the series? Top right corner for Pirates, and they shut down UNCC.
Oh, Pirates puts the dagger in between the rib cage of UNC Charlotte. Look at the precision coming out. Sees his mark and fires. Dominant performance from Northwood, but UNC Charlotte put up quite a fight, especially towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a huge props to UNCC. After the first game, I was a little bit worried, but then you really saw the changes from games 2 and 3. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a 3-0 on paper, but UNCC made Northwood work for this win. And this season is not going to be the same for Northwood. Sure, they're still going to get the wins, but they have to bring their A game every single series. Teams like UNCC are not going down without a fight. They're not going to be easy wins for Northwood, and that certainly showed here in this series.
Yeah, and one thing I really like, and one thing that you can take away if you're a UNC Charlotte fan, is their adaptability and the evolution of this team in just 3 quick games. I mean, game 1, it looked like, oh boy, this is going to be just a bunch of clips coming out from Northwood. They're going to style on them. And then game 2, they had to get to work. And game 3 was the most fun of all of them going into overtime. And it truly showed that, hey, we see what Northwood is excelling at. They're dominating the midfield. We can't give them so much space. They started to tighten things up. They started to work in the offensive zone, working with passing plays to take defenders off the goal line. It's just good to see that these teams are learning on the fly.
Yeah, and UNCC have done that in multiple series, but I think the most recognizable now, it has to be this Northwood one. But at the end of the day, Northwood do take them down 3-0. We've got a few more matches coming up here on CRL. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more Rocket League.